Seriously, just do it, okay? Awesome. Great. So now we're going to dive into the section which I said is most interesting. What we're going to do here is the 3 round tables that we had, and as Monica said, we don't want to not make you guys a part of it. So we're going to have each of our partners or roundtable speakers come here and share a few quick insights with you on what they took away from those roundtables, okay? So there were 3. And each of them are going to come here and share them. I will also cue you guys. I know it could be a bit of an information overload, so I will cue you on what kind of questions you can answer or address or talk about here. So why don't I start with Vserv AudiencePro, our partner. On stage, I think we're going to have Deepak Khurana and we're going to have Aritra Mukherjee from ITC. So Deepak is, of course, from Vserv. And Aritra, do we have you in the room? Awesome. Yes. So while you make it here, I'm just going to stimulate you with like 4 cues that you can take to kind of shape this, okay? So what was the core question? Or lens, your table explode for growth. 1 or 2 strong takeaways that emerged from the discussion. 2 key insights that the group learned and wasn't aware of. And any problem that remains unsolved and deterrent to growth.
That's all?
That's all. I'm out. So they have a few minutes to do this. Yeah, let's go.
Okay, so I think we started the conversation in the room by saying that, you know, every brand has one common problem, that is growth. You know, and then from there we quickly segued into the point that over time what has happened is that brand tasks have gotten more and more complex. People want more out of the media monies, but the signals or the consumer segments haven't evolved enough, you know, and especially I'm talking about platforms like Google, Meta. If you look at the kind of segmentation available on these platforms, they haven't evolved over the last few years. And of course, consumers evolving, you know, there are new habits being formed, and brands are again looking for better and sharper signals all the time. And through that, we segued into the importance of deterministic data. Whilst today we go to platforms like Google, Meta, where we get interest signals, intent signals, behavior data, what we don't get on these platforms is deterministic transacting behavior of consumers. So we spent a lot of time showcasing because at AudiencePro, our mission is to bring deterministic consumer signals or segments at scale available to marketers so that they can make sharper segment decisions from a platform like AudiencePro and activate these segments on any digital platform, whether it is Google, Meta, TV360, so on and so forth, and effectively drive better campaign efficiency. So in that conversation, we brought to light the range of deterministic data or signals which are easily available on the tool, and how a brand, whether it's a CPG brand or whether it's a BFSI brand or whether it is an e-commerce brand, how any of these brands can lean on these sharper signals and drive better campaign efficiency. You know, so that's where we really unpacked, you know, the kind of segments. So we would like to believe that as people in the room saw the sheer range of segmentation, it blew their mind. And I'm going to just take a pause here and probably, you know, pass the baton to Aritra.
I'll just start by saying that the problem statements that at least I had in my mind in that session. I think I started by saying that, see, these signals are okay, but it's a moving target for us every time, right? Today, someone is a consumer who wants to have a dessert, that the same consumer is also looking into their protein intake as well, right? Same audience, I want to reach out to them. So first is moving target. How do I make sure that I'm reaching out to the right audience? And second is, I think again, see, a big chunk of money, at least as a brand, gets into creative making. Is this signal good enough for me to make creatives? Because one thing is targeting this consumer, but a larger use case for us is always about what to say to this consumer. And as I was saying, right, it's always a moving target. This is the same consumer who loves to go through memes, also is into spicy recipe, spicy food recipe kind of a content. So what do I say to this consumer, right? I think what I understood from the tool, to be honest, is obviously more than 600 million audience and all. But the interesting piece is we as an ITC also has a lot of first party data. And that also can be clubbed together, right, to enrich our existing data pieces as well, which really is helpful, at least from ITC standpoint. Yeah.
So just to summarize here, I think every brand is looking for sharper and sharper signals, and that's what we really spend so much time on, bringing to the forefront the range of segmentation there, and how conveniently one can layer it either with their first party or whether they're really doing awareness or performance campaigns on any of these platforms. So happy to kind of take this conversation offline. If you are thinking about segments, I'm around. Would love to talk about it. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.